Welcome back to Western Australia here in the quarterfinals. Quarter 2 features world #1 Courtney Conlogue, also the defending champ with the drug aware Margaret River Pro. She takes on North Narrabeen in Australia's Laura Enever in this great clash, a one-on-one heat where first place will move on to the semifinals to take on Tatiana Weston-Webb later on today. Let's kick things off with Courtney Conlogue in the Jeep yellow jersey. Big open face out in front of her. Keeps that high line. Now looking for another point, mid-face bottom turn. She loves a little layback off the top. Draws into a heavy inside closeout section, and she'll go down.
Throwing that question around earlier, are we going to see the women step it up with equipment size? Courtney just rolling in on a bomb. Double overhead right there. You know, she looks so solid in bigger surf compared to most. And she's going to be reveling in these conditions. Obviously, she can't take anything for granted because Laura Enever is good in big conditions as well. There's that layback you talk about, but how's the commitment right here? She wanted more on the end of this. Critical end section right there, and Courtney not scared to give it a go.
Inside to try and take the wave from her, and Courtney really showed no mercy. Pointed the board right at her head and went straight for her. So really kind of taking her out almost, and then just whipping right by her so that Laura really had no choice but to back off. Nice
Little option there, Strider. Did you notice, was Courtney trying to pretend she was going to go left and then go right to control the start?
You know, it could have been that from the beach, but it looked, the intent was, if you try and go, I'm gonna take you out. it was pretty much like, this is my way. It was pretty impressive to see just straight off the bat the intent from Courtney Conlogue. She definitely wants to take this thing down.
Really impressive. I like that read to the start. We always are curious who's going to control priority at the start of heats. Laura Enever, as we know, is getting that winning feeling again, but Courtney's been loving it these last couple of seasons on tour pots. You think about Courtney's role in the world title race last year.
Courtney's waiting for those big bombs. Waves approaching. This is Laura's opportunity right now. She needs to go, Joe.
Now Laura trying to outmatch Conlogue. She needs a 6.18 for the lead. Draws out her bottom turn. Frontside carve in the pocket. Trying to get a little bit of board speed through the flats. She's got an oncoming section. She'll tap it shut. And now finally Laura Enever is on the board. 12:30 remaining. We'll see how that compares to the start of Conlogue here in the second quarterfinal. Now taking another look. What happened on the first turn?
Yeah, just a little bit of whitewater right there. Didn't really connect, you know, with that wave before, putting that whitewater on the face of the wave. It's just a lot harder to set the fins. There's a lot of air, a lot of bubbles, and that wave just really difficult one to ride. It had no vertical face on it, so, you know, it was sort of more just really connecting the dots and trying to just get a score on the board. So she did a great job at it. 3.67, now needing a 2.51, so she's got to keep her head in the game. Yes, heat is not over. Courtney's got to back up that 6.17, and she's been very patient.
And then just with all that practice she put in the early days, that just helped her out even more to try to fulfill her dream to be a world champ someday. Now at 9:20 on the clock, we've got Laura swinging. Nice tight forehand hook. Projecting down the line, lip line hack, and she'll be weightless on the landing. A dramatic fall down to the bottom of the wave, and Laura goes down. She was only chasing a 2.51 for the lead.
Yeah, well, she's going to get it. I mean, just on the merit of that first turn, but, you know, if she had stuck that last maneuver, we're looking at a massive score from Laura. Just commitment. You could see the energy levels were up. She had that confidence thing happening again. There's the score, Joe. It's not a big one, but it gives her the lead.
3 points for Laura for her first turn. Conlogue now just needs to really step on a wave to get her lead back. Tight heat with only 3 waves ridden. Conlogue almost looked like she wanted to get barreled. Now down to the bottom. First turn, clean frontside hack. Beautiful bottom turn, and nails it again under the lip. Frontside wrap. Now she'll sneak out. She's got this wave on lock. Perfect decisions on her turns. She's always thinking barrel out here just in case. So that'll be enough to get her lead back. She only needed a 0.5 for the lead. She turns in an 8-point ride on that last effort. Now Laura's combo.
Yeah, let's have a look at this wave there. You could tell Courtney looking for the barrel. Oh, just good move right there. She wouldn't have come out of that, and she wouldn't have had this 8-point ride. So really smart surfing from Courtney. just getting that flow happening. You know, you can tell she's riding a longer board, Joe. Those turns are just so positive, so confident. You know, when she leans over on that bottom turn, the board just driving. It's, you know, that pintail design, so it's got a lot more rail in the water, gives her that confidence, and then it allows her those big hooks. So that's exactly what you got to do out here at main break. 8.0617 as a backup. With 6 minutes and 40 to go, Laura needing a 14.18, so a couple of sevens and she's back in. And that's how she's got to think. At a transition, it's, you know, even though the wave is big, it's really hollow, so you don't want a board that's too long because it won't fit through that transition nicely.
And now making a move, Laura Enever. Off the bottom, layback jam. Wanted to lay it down on the line, but she ends up going down. Laura stays comboed with 5:20 to go.
You're always so gracious. You come out of the water, you spend time with the fans, you smile all the way through it, even after a loss. Talking to your dad, Martin, who has been your biggest supporter throughout all of the things. What was said between you two at that in that moment?
Yeah, the fans really pick you back up, especially after such a dud heat. You walk in and all the little grummies are giving you hugs, and they're like, "Don't worry, you'll get them next time." And you're like, "Oh, okay." Puts a smile on your face, and you know.
Such a class act on tour, and she always picks herself up after tough losses to fight again. And how was this during the interview? Conlogue gets barreled.
Yeah, well, she missed that first one, right? And so she went, you know what, they're out here, I'm going to get them. And then this beautiful wraparound cutback. It's a good timing on that one. You know, the thing was she identified that wave that she was looking for. She missed the barrel on the one before. She got an 8. She stomped that one on that occasion, driving straight into it. There was no bottom turn into that tube. It was literally straight in, set that edge. And that's the confidence of having that bigger board under your feet. Knowing that halfway down the face of the wave, you can set that rail and it's not going to let you go.
Scores in for Courtney Conlogue, and the judges love it. A 9.33.
And she's looking pretty strong moving through to the semi-finals.
Now trying to make a move without a lot of time. Laura Enever with a lot of wall. A big pocket, but not much on the shoulder. She'll run out of room quickly as she winded up for a big first turn. It looked like there was something there. Then it just whittled away. And Laura Enever, though, finds some success into her first quarterfinal since Fiji last season, as that'll help out her spot on the Jeep leaderboard and hopefully give her the momentum that she needs to compete at that high level and put herself in that top 10 picture. But Courtney's showing some heat on a finals day. She's loving the size and the swell. It'll be peaking throughout the morning, and you know Courtney's hoping that it's nice and solid come finals time.
You know what? She's got a game plan right now. That's exactly how you want to surf that heat. Start off strong, finish stronger. That's exactly what she did against Laura. So she's going to take a lot of confidence moving forward. You know, good on Laura as well. Quarterfinal result. That's going to get her back on track and give her confidence moving forward as well.